Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sam Sarasvati Namaha. Sri Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya composed this Sadhana Panchakam to lead us through the path of self-inquiry in a very systematic, balanced, step-by-step progression. Bhagavan's first instruction is to study the scriptures. Vedaha nityam adhiyata. Not once, but we have to spend quite some time to study the scriptures, because spirituality is not something which comes from some unknown areas or people or some fanciful thinking. Spirituality is a science based on the revealed scriptures. So we start our journey by studying, understanding the essence of the Vedas. Not only just study Vedas, but practice. Tadudidam karma swanushtiyata. So all those practices which are prescribed through the Vedas should be practiced. Spirituality is not a course to get some degrees. So the Vedic studies are not just for study's sake, that is for us to practice. Tadudidam karma suanushtiyata. With great reverence and faith, practice the instructions given by the Shastra. And all those practices should be offered as a puja, as a worship of Lord. Tena ishasya apachitihi vidhiyata. So whatever we study, whatever we practice, we offer at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. Tena ishasya vidhiyatam apachitihi. So that we will not develop a kind of ego that I am doing this, I am a sadhak. All our spiritual or material actions are performed as a worship of the Lord. When we do that, slowly our mind becomes more and more pure. Then, kamye matihi tijyatam. Slowly our interest for the outer enjoyments of this world get reduced. And one day, we will be able to really give up all that kinds of urges which pushes us to this world. And when we can do that, papaughaha paridhuyadam. We'll be able to cross over all kinds of negative thoughts, distracting feelings and thoughts which appears in our mind. Once that becomes stronger and stronger, we develop bhavasughe doshaha anusandhiyata. We see that all those pleasures of this world are clothed miseries. So when we go into any kind of worldly enjoyments, nothing is permanent in this world. Everything distracts us, takes away our energy and pulls us down and binds to this world. So we understand that and we develop bhavasukhe doshaha. We understand the imperfections of this universe and the pleasures which are offered by this world. Once that comes, then we want to know what is perfect, what is permanent. If the world is impermanent and if the world is giving us only impermanent pleasures, so is there anything permanent? Is there anything true? A burning desire to find the truth, to find that which is eternally there, start to manifest in our heart, and then we want to know what is that? Atmecha, the desire to know the truth, our own self is manifested. Now there is nothing in this world which can bind us. We understand that the purpose of our life is to realize our true nature. So, we are ready to give up all these external bondages, and we are bold enough to walk the path of self-inquiry. We give up that which binds us, and then we start our journey. Nijagrihat turnam vinirgamyatam. Once we start the journey, we need help. We are like small infants, like children. We need support. How our parents supported us when we were infants, young children. Here, we should seek the company of wise, good people. Sangaha satsu vidhiyata. Not only that, we need a firm foundation to walk this path, and that firm foundation is Bhagavan. Bhagavan is the adhara for us. Bhagavan is the ashraya for us. Without the grace and blessings of the Lord, nothing can be achieved in spiritual life. We need His protection, we need His strength, we need His inner vision, we need His grace and blessings. Develop bhakti towards Bhagavan. Bhagavato bhakti dridha. Strong bhakti at the lotus feet of Bhagavan has to be developed. And try to develop all the spiritual qualities like ability to control the mind, ability to control the body, etc. Shantyadi parijiyatam. And all those actions which will bind us, which will create more and more ahankara and mamakara, I-ness and minus, give up those actions and sadvidwanupasripyadam. Find out a guru who is Shrotriya and Brahmanishta, a realized master, and who is a scholar in the scriptures, so that that master will be able to guide us. And every day worship him. Pratidinam tatpaduke sevyata. We serve him. Not only serve him, we listen what he says and we follow what he says. Not only we listen to the words of the Mahatma, our Guru, we should be able to follow his instructions. Then, once our mind becomes ready for this, when Guru asks us, what you want? That time, Brahma ekaksharam arthyata. Only pray for the ultimate truth, which is Brahman. Request our Guru to reveal the nature of Brahman to us. There should not be any other desire arising at that moment. When we ask this, Guru will give us the Upadesha. Guru will teach us the Upanishad. But the essence of Upanishad will be revealed to us. Shrutishiro Vakyam Samakarnyata. We will be able to listen to Guru's words. We will be with great Shraddha, with great understanding, with great concentration, listen, not hear. Listen to the wisdom of Upanishad, which is revealed by Guru. Shravana is the first path. Shravana is the first step. Shravana is the gateway to Vedantic sadhana and realization. Listen to the Upanishadic wisdom from the Guru. Not only listen, but Vakyartascha vicharyata. After Shravana destroys the abhavana. We are not aware of that Supreme Brahman. That is destroyed by Shravana. Now, when we hear Tattvamasi, it's not possible to really understand through the Vachyartha, the direct meaning. The truth is not revealed. So we have to do the Mananam, contemplation on the statements of Upanishad which are revealed by Guru. Vakyartascha vichajyatam. Again and again and again, we should do the Mananam, contemplation on the truths. And when we do the contemplation, the walking stick, that which will help us to progress, is tarka, the logic. But the logic can lead us to any path. But stick to Sritishiro Paksham. Whatever is revealed by the logic which goes hand in hand with the Upanishadic wisdom, that only we should accept and progress. And be careful that we do not take up dustarka, wrong kinds of arguments or logical fallacies, and then deviate from the path. Dustarkat suviramyatam shrutimadasstarko anusandhiyatam. The logic which is provided by the Shruti should be followed always. Then, this is known as Manana. With Manana, asambhavana is removed. That feeling that I cannot be that Brahman, that can be removed by the Manana. But that is not enough. Next comes the dhyana, meditation. So in and through, once we are able to remove all the doubts from our heart about the Brahma Tattva, then we should firmly establish ourselves in that Aham Brahmasmi Bhavana. And in and through our life, whatever we may be doing, deep within, our mind should be meditating upon the supreme truth, Aham Brahmasmi. That is known as nididhyasanam, nitaram dhyatum icha. A great desire to meditate upon the one truth, which we are convinced by proper study, listening and contemplation. So as nididhyasana, brahmasmiti vicharyatam. I am that Brahman. Let this vichara be continuously there. Aharaha garva parityajata. When we walk this path of Aham Brahmasmi, we should be very, very careful. Why? Because deep within, we are still that jiva. We are only doing a upasana. The anubhava is not yet come. So deep within, we still are that jiva. And if we are not very vigilant, there are all possibilities that we may slip into Asurika Vedanta. As Virochana and Indra, when Guru told them, Yo Akshini Purushaha, the light in the eye is Atman. Virochana thought that the eye is Atman, the body is Atma. And he went back and taught the Asurakula the same philosophy, and that was the cause of fall of Asurakula. Like that, when Aham Brahmasmi Bhavana we are doing, we should be very careful. Why? Because now, when we think Aham, I, our all experiences, our all thoughts are based on I-ness on our body, senses, mind and intellect. And if we think that Aham Brahmasmi, the jiva is translating Aham Brahmasmi into this body is Brahman, the senses are Brahman, the mind is Brahman and the intellect is Brahman. This is how the translation error happens. Deep within, because we are so much identified with the body, mind and intellect and this body and the senses, Aham Brahmasmi, when this thought is developed in the deep within, this is translated wrongly. And we become more and more Asurik. We feel that, I myself is Brahman. I myself is Brahman. This jiva is, I am Brahman. There is no God. There is no Ishvara. There is no Guru. There is nobody. I am the Supreme. See, this is a great danger. That's why Bhagavan is warning us. Aharaha garvaha parityajyatam. Be very, very careful. See that this kind of egoism is not developed. Aharaha garva parityajyatam. And again contemplate that dehe ahammati ujjatam. Not this body, not the mind, not the intellect. I am not this body, because this body is born and will die. I am not the mind, because the mind is continuously changing. I am not the intellect. The conviction, the thoughts are also changing. So whichever is, sometimes it is there, sometimes it is not there. So I am not that which is there sometime and sometime which is not there. I am that eternal being. So I am not this sharira. I am not this body or mind. Dehe ahammatihi ujjatam. I am, when we say Aham Brahmasmi, that Aham is not sharira, not body, not mind. I am the Supreme One Consciousness. Should be very careful when we do this Vedanta sadhana. That's why first itself said, Bhagavato bhaktir dridhadhiyatam. We should have the great faith in the Lord. Keeping Bhagavan as our ashraya, we should practice this Vedanta vichara. And Buddhajanei vada parityajyatam. When we are walking this path, the Mahatmas, Siddhas, they will come to our life in different forms, and then they will try to guide us. Never argue with them. Sometimes when wise men are talking to us, we may not be able to understand what they are telling, because we are so much, deep in this ego. Because of our ego, we are not able to understand, recognize the Mahatmas or their teachings. So maybe we are not able to understand. Think that I am not understanding it, but what Mahatma is telling, they are truth. Have that faith and never ever argue with the saints, Mahatmas, who come to our life to lead us. And when we are living in this world, we need Kshut. There are the two, there are different practical problems. One is every day we are hungry, sometimes we get sick. So don't, when hunger comes, when sickness comes, don't bring this kind of arguments that I am Brahman, Brahman doesn't need food, Brahman doesn't need medicine, etc. Be wise. See, understand that we are Brahman, but we are still in Maya. And we get identified with this body. So in order to realize this truth, we need the help of our body and mind. Yes, a strong body and a balanced mind is very much needed. For that we need to take food. We need to take medicines. But whatever, bhikshaushadham bhujyatam. In order to quench, in order to satisfy, in order to cure the diseases and the disease named hunger, go for bhiksha. Develop the bhiksha buddhi. When we are standing in front of the food stall, feel that Sakshal Jagadamba, Sakshal Sri Annapurneshwari is giving us the food. So if that food can be consumed, if that food is not bad for us, if that food will not cause any trouble for us, accept it as prasad. And have it how much we need, not how much we want. So, bhikshaushadham bhujyatam. And sadvannam natu yajyatam. Vidivasat praptena santushyatam. Never expect for very tasty food or experiences from the world. Whatever Vidhi brings to us, one day Vidhi may give us a feast. Just take it without any, ahlada. Or sometimes the Vidhi will give us just plain khichdi. Take it without any dukkha. Whatever is given to us, that is, feel that actually Jagannatha Annapurna is giving us. It's her prasada. Take it with that reverence towards food. Annam Brahma. Anna is Brahma. With that reverence we take food and we consume it as prasada. And when we are in the world, there will be different kinds of pairs of opposite we have to go through. From the body level, there will be sometimes it is hot, sometimes it is cold, Sometimes, we feel feverish. Sometimes we feel, different kinds of anubhavas will be there in the body. Vishahyatam. If we can, control it, do that. But if we can't, just forget about it. Take it as a tapas, sharirika tapas. And then, not only that, there is more than the body, sukha, dukkha. Sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are sad. Just understand that this is just a state of our mind. So, don't get carried away by that sadness or happiness. It's okay. Even this will pass. Sometimes we understand the tattva very clearly. Sometimes it's all fogged. We don't understand what they are telling. Don't get worried. When the intellect is clear, again we will understand it. So, never get frustrated because we are not understanding the ideas. The ideas will come back. When our intellect is clear, we will perceive. So, sometimes lots of love and reverence will be given to us. Sometimes people hate us. Sometimes they do all kinds of wrong things with us. Sahyatam. Okay. Tidiksha has to be practiced. This is the sharirika tapas. Then vachika tapas is there. Control your speech. Never speak unnecessarily. There are 4 things we studied. Hitam, Satyam, Hitam, Priyam, Mitam. Always keep this strict rule as a tapas, vachika tapas. That comes the manasika tapas. Natu vrtaha vakyam samuccharyadam as vachika tapas. And the manasika tapas is audasenyam abhipsyatam janakrupa naishturyam utsrajyata. Always rise above the situations. See the situation with the eyes of wisdom. Do not get entangled with ragadvesha. With ragadvesha, whatever decisions we take, that tend to go wrong and binding. Rise above, and if we can do any seva, do the seva. And then move on. And people sometimes be very kind to us, sometimes very harsh with us. Utsrajyata. Give up both. That's all okay. Sometimes according to their mind and their body, their, feelings and their situations, they react. Let us leave that whether people's, their kindness or naishturya, harshness. Let it not affect our mind. Once we master all these preparations, then ekante sukhamasyata. We should seek the solitude in our room or in a vana, in a sacred solitude, a place, or in our own mind. Let all other thoughts subside and the mind become ekanta sukhamasyatam. Then paratare chetas samadhiyata. Once our mind is free from all kinds of disturbing thoughts, let our mind rest in that supreme consciousness as our true self. Meditate that supreme being as our own self. Paratare chetas samadhiyatam purnatma susamikshyatam. Experience. Samikshatam. Experience that I am that supreme consciousness, which is Purnam, which is complete. I am that completeness. I am that Swatantriya, independence. We are not able to experience that independence because we are dependent upon many. Understand that I am not that dependent, I am that Purnatma, I am that supreme consciousness. Purnatma susamikshatam, realize that I am that Sachidananda Brahman. Jagadidam tatbadidam drishyatam. This universe is only superimposed on that Paramatma. Once we see the Paramatma, the world disappears. Once we see the rope, how the superimposed snake disappears, the same way, once we realize the Paramatman, all these names and forms disappears, and then we enter into Samadhi. From the nididhyasana, we enter into Samadhi. And when that happens, Chitibalat, by the Atmanubhuti, our Sanchita karma is destroyed, our Agami karma is also destroyed. Chitibalat. Prakarma pravilayapyadam chidibalat. Chidibalat napyuttarai shlishyata. Our Sanchita karma and Agami karma both are got destroyed because Atma Buddhya. I am not the Karta Bhokta. The karma and karma bhala and all those experiences are for the Karta, the doer. I am not the doer, I am not the enjoyer. I am that supreme consciousness beyond the names and forms. So, my Sanchita karma and Agami karma are destroyed. Now, Prarabdham is there. This body, as long as it is there, let it be there. What is the problem? There is no point giving up or retaining it. No. So this is like an arrow which is released. So this body will be there for as much time as its prarabdha is there, and enjoy whatever experiences come there. Why? I understand that I am that Brahman, so whatever happens is only a play. Just how we enjoy a cinema, a play, enjoy this Jivita Nataka, the drama of life. Prarabdham tyuha bhujyatam. Even when we are enjoying this Jivita Nataka, always be in that state that I am that supreme consciousness. Adha parabrahmatmana sthiyatam. Ever remain that I am that Sachidananda Brahman. I am that absolute consciousness. I am the absolute existence, and I am that absolute Ananda, bliss. I am not this Sharira Mano Buddhi. This Sharira Mano Buddhi and its all play is just a play of the universe. I am that supreme consciousness, in and through. Adha parabrahmatmana sthiyat. So whatever we have to do in our life, everything is revealed to us in this small text of 5 verses. So 5 verses, it reveals all the process or the path which we have to take. Let us all thank Bhagavan Sri Shankara for giving us such a beautiful instructions which will take us to that Parabrahmavastha. Now, in standard texts, in many of the texts, there is one more shloka after this. That is known as Bhalashruti. In this book, it is not there. Gurudev never used to add such Bhalashrutis, etc. because whatever is to be said, it's already said. Now what to talk about Bhalashruti, etc. Ata Parabrahmatmanasti yadam. Now what is there to say Bhalashruti? But for us, even this Ata Parabrahmatmanasti yadam is also an instruction only. That's why, how to use this Sadhana Panchakam? What is the greatness of this Sadhana Panchakam? They are all indicated in a shloka known as Bhalashruti. I'll chant, please repeat. Yashloka panchakamidam pathate manushyaha sanchindayatyanudinam sanchindayatyanudinam Sthiratamupetya tasyashu samsritidavanala tivraghoratapaha prashantimupayati Chiti prasadad. So what is the Bhalashruti of this? Says, Yaha, one who, Shloka Panchakam idam. Idam Shloka Panchakam. These 5 verses. Idam, this. Which? Sadhana Panchakam. Shloka Panchakam. 5 verses. Yaha manushyaha, any human being, padhate, studies. Okay? One who study this great sadhana panchaka with faith. Sanchindayati anudinam. Not only just like we do many parayana, like that one more parayanam. No. Anudinam sanchintayati. Every day we meditate upon that. We reflect upon it. Not one day. Oh, Sadhana Panchakam is over. Now the Sadhana Panchakam goes into our shelf. We'll not take it back. No. Anudinam. Every day sanchintayati. Reflect what is revealed in this Shastra. Sthiratam upeti. Taking sthirata, with that great faith, with constant attention, when we meditate, when we reflect upon those divine instructions. What happened? Tasya, for him, ashu samsriti davanala tivra ghora tapaha prashanti mupadayati. Says this samsara is like a forest fire which burns us alive. Samsriti davanala. The samsriti, our samsara, janana marana rupa samsara, is like a forest fire. Davanala. Tivra ghora tapaha. From up and below and sides, when the fire comes, we are surrounded by the forest fire. How terrible it is. So terrible is this prapancha davanala. That can be, think about, we are burning in the Davanala, in this forest fire, and suddenly the showers begin. How yesterday, we finished the puja and the heavens opened up. Bhagavati's grace. In Gita, we'll see that. Yajñād bhavati parjanyaha. The parjanya, the showers, are the blessings of the Lords. So once when we are in that, Davanala, we are tortured by this samsara. The wisdom which are pointed out in this Sadhana Panchaka will become like that nectarian rains and will save us. Tivra ghora tapaha prashantim upayanti. All that samsara dukkha will be destroyed. How? Chiti prasadat. With the grace and the blessings of the Lord. Bhagavad Kripaya. With the grace of the Lord, or with the grace of Atma, with the grace of Bhagavan, Atma, Brahma, these are all not different words. By the prasada, by the blessings of the Supreme Consciousness, or Ishvara, or Bhagavan, or Brahma, whatever. With that prasada, when our Atmajnana becomes ripened, all this samsara will end. So this is the beautiful, gift, Deepavali gift from Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya. Now, as I was telling, there are two commentaries on Sadhana Panchakam, I told you. So in one commentary concludes the entire Sadhana Panchaka, telling us, what is the importance, etc. Jnanam yad bhagavat proktam stula buddhimatam hinaha tadasa bhagavan sharvaha sakshat shankara rupadhrika. Sri Parameshwara, Dakshinamurti himself, who has taken up the form of Sri Shankaracharya, has given us this upadesha. Why? Stula buddhimatam hinaha. We are all of stula buddhi. We are so, extrovert. Our buddhi always flows into this world. It is that our buddhi is not able to think the higher, the inner, the subtler things. Very difficult. We are all such extroverts. Our minds are always flowing to this world for us. Sakshal Sri Parameshwar Dakshinamurti, taking the form of Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya, gave this jnanam, this knowledge. Praha said, when? Ante. I was telling there are two stories about the Sadhana Panchakam. One says that Sadhana Panchakam was given when Bhagavan visited the Gauda Desha. But another story is that Ante. Ante means Bhagavan was about to enter into Maha Samadhi or leave the world, this manifested world. That time his Shishyas requested Bhagavan, and then this entire Upadesha is given to us. So some feel that this is the Ante Upadesha. This is the last sermon of Bhagavan Shankara. So Praha Ante, in the end, this is said. Pancharatnakhyam stotram jnana pradayakam. This Pancharatna stotram. Different names are there. One name is Pancharatna stotra, means 5 jewels. So, jnana pradayakam, which will give us jnanam. Ajñātam brahma tattvam ye. Jñātumicchandite naraha. Those people who doesn't know Brahma Tattva, they want to know the Brahma Tattva, samasrayandu satatam pancharatnamidam sada. It's very great advice for all of us. Ajñātam Brahma Tattvam ye. Those people who are not convinced, experienced with the Brahma Tattva. But they want to know. Jnatum ichchandi. Most of the people even doesn't want to know about it. For them, it's okay. But if there is a person who really want to know and experience the Brahma Tattva, what they should do? Samasrayandu satatam pancharatnamidam sada. Take up Pancharatna samasrayandu. Please take refuge at this Sadhana Panchaka. What do you mean by take refuge? Again and again and again listen. Again and again and again reflect. Again and again and again meditate. These are the three things. And so many very practical tips are given. How to live, how to be, how to live with oneself, how to live with the world, how to interact with people, what are the laws, and they will help us. How should we mold ourselves? Such a beautiful, everything in one place. Spiritual instructions, life instructions, everything is given to us. Samasrayandu satatam. Not that once we complete the text and start the next text, don't give up this. Again and again, go back, meditate, reflect, understand and realize. So, such is this beautiful text. Let us chant the 5 verses together. Vedo nityamadhiyatam taduditam karmasvanushtiyatam tene shasya vidhiyatam apachitihi kamye matistyajyatam papaughav paridhuyatam bhavasughe dosho nusandhiyatam Atmecha vyavasiyatam nijagrihat turnam vinirgamyatam sangasatsu vidhiyatam bhagavato bhaktir dridhadhiyatam shantyadih parichiyatam dridhataram karmashu sandhyajyatam Sadvidvanupasrapyatam pratidinam tatpaduke sevyatam brahmaikaksharamatiyatam sudishiro vakyam samakarnyatam papa vichayyatam shrutishirah pakshassamasriyatam Dustarkat suviramyatam shrudimadastarko nusandhiyatam brahmasmiti vibhavyatam aharahar garvah parityajyatam dehe aham matirujyatam buddhajane vadah parityajyatam Kshudvyadhischa chikitsatam pratidinam bhikshaushadham bhujyatam swadvannam natuyachyatam vidhivashat praptena santushyatam shitoshnadivishahyatam natu vridhavakyam samucharyatam Audasinyamabhipsyatam janakripa naishthuryamutsrijyatam ekante sukhamasyatam paratare chetassamadhiyatam purnatma susamikshyatam jagaditam tadbadhitam drisyatam Prakarma pravilapyatam chitibalatnapyuttarai slishyatam prarabdham tiha परमात्मनास्ति यतां प्रारब्धं तिह भुज्यताम् अध परब्रह्मात्मनास्ति यताम्. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम.